Well, a further royal breaking news. The Metropolitan Police have said that the BBC journalist Martin Bashir won't face action over claims that he faked documents ahead of securing his exclusive interview with Princess Diana in 1995. Well, let's go live to our crime correspondent, Martin Brunt. And Martin, remind us what documents these were.
They were allegedly fake bank documents that, and the allegation at the time, these aren't new allegations, and they surfaced about a year after the 1995 interview, a shocking interview with Princess Diana, in which she revealed grim details of the state of her marriage. But the allegation was that Martin Bashir, the interviewer for BBC's Panorama, had used fake bank documents to gain access to Diana by showing them to her brother, Earl Spencer, and persuading him that royal household employees were being paid by the security service to spy on Princess Diana. The allegation was that these documents were used to persuade Earl Spencer to give Bashir access to Princess Diana. And months later, he secured that rather devastating interview. Now, the allegations were made soon after the interview. The BBC had an investigation, and it doesn't appear to have resulted in much action, certainly none that was publicised. But the allegations came up again last year in a couple of TV documentaries, and they included an interview with a graphic designer who said that he had been commissioned by Martin Bashir to create the false documents. And that led to an outcry. In December, the Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police said that an investigation hadn't been started by Scotland Yard because they simply hadn't had a formal complaint. But in January, a couple of months ago, they did get a formal complaint. It's thought from Earl Spencer's former head of security. And at that point, so within the last 2 months, Scotland Yard started what they call an assessment of the information that they were given. It wasn't a formal investigation, it was an assessment. That's how police describe these sort of pre-investigation activities these days. Anyway, today, Scotland Yard has said it's not going to launch a full investigation. And it's a brief statement from Scotland Yard. Commander Alex Murray had said that the Yard had received correspondence alleging unlawful activity in connection with the documentary in 1995. I think the allegation must have been of fraud, forging the documents. Commander Murray goes on to say this was carefully assessed by specialist detectives. They obtained legal advice from Metropolitan Police lawyers, independent counsel, and from the CPS, the Crown prosecutors. But following a detailed assessment, says the commander, and in view of the advice we received, we've determined it's not appropriate to begin a criminal investigation. No further action will be taken, he says, but he does add that is, as in any other matter, should any significant new evidence come to light, we will assess it. I understand that this exercise to date has simply been an assessment, not an investigation, and nobody, I understand it, has been interviewed in any way as a potential suspect or as a witness to date, and that, according to Scotland Yard, is as far as this is going to go. The BBC, of course, having had an original internal investigation in 1996 that we think went nowhere, has launched late last year a new investigation headed by Lord Dyson, and the BBC says it is determined to get to the bottom of whatever happened, what was done to secure the princess's interview.